What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Mamaloo. My name is Aaron and this is my Mamaloo.
Judy Marion.
Judy Marion. We're doing a quick episode today. It's for my friend Aaron and a bunch of other people that have been messaging me all the time saying that they specifically want this, so we're gonna do it. We started something new, which is Meals by Mamaloo. Mom, what'd you thought of the Meals by Mamaloo weekend that we did? We started, dishing out some of our cooking to our friends and family. How was that experience for you?
Well, it was a good experience. Initially, I got a bit nervous, but then at the end, it was quite okay.
It was very stressful, but it was well worth it, and I'll show you some clips of how the process worked, and I'll do a full vlog coming up as well. So we're doing a dish that's very, very popular. It's called Chicken 65, and it's got a weird name and a lot of different myths as to the reason for that name. This is not true, okay? This is not what it is. I'll tell you exactly later what the name is actually from. Mom, what are some of the myths? This is what the names some of the people have come up with that aren't true.
Some say it has 65 ingredients, and some say it has 65 different types of chilies put into it. But I really don't know what's the real reason for calling it Chicken 65.
Mom, you're turning 65 this year, right?
Oh yeah, November 13th.
Woo! So 65. Maybe the name is you need to be 65 years old to perfect the dish. Is that true?
Oh. Okay.
So you're definitely not going to have to wait till you're 65 years old, because once we finish with this recipe, you're going to be able to make it, and it's absolutely delicious. It's going to be our next Meals by Mamaloo meal as well that we're dishing out. But if you are going to be 65, you want to look like my Mamaloo here, right?
Oh, that's a good compliment. Thank you.
Here we go. We're going to get started. Our recipe for today, Chicken 65. Let's go. Mamaloo, what's the ingredients?
Well, you need chicken. I think it's about 5 legs cut up into
5/4.
pieces, 5/4. Then all you need is some curry leaves, fresh curry leaves, but not the dry curry leaves. Some green chilies, depending how hot you want it. Some coriander leaves just for garnishing. 1 soup cube of chicken ginger garlic paste. You need diner sauce, tandoori kishan masala, a little vinegar. They say you put vinegar into your chicken or your fish. It doesn't break up the fish. It keeps it intact, and it has proved to be right. So far, my chicken or my fish really don't break. Turmeric powder, chili powder. This is the Kashmir chili powder that I use. It's flavorful, but it's not spicy. Tomato paste, some oil, vegetable oil, and a little bit of butter. So let's get cooking, guys. I'm Mamaloo here again, and I'm a woman of action.
Okay, first things first, we're going to add oil to a hot pan here that fits all of the chicken. So we got probably about 6 tablespoons of oil because there's quite a bit of chicken.
Say 1 tablespoon of butter, any sort of butter.
Any sort of butter, so salted or unsalted. So the butter is gonna melt in there. And we got a little thing, we're just gonna make sure it doesn't burn. So you got the oil going with the butter.
In the meantime, while the oil is getting hot.
So we need to cut all the chilies.
Yeah.
So just make sure you cut the ends off.
Yes.
So 6 green chilies.
Depends how hot you want it.
How hot do you like it? Really hot?
No, not too spicy. I don't enjoy very spicy food.
Alright, so we cut 6 green chilies and that's going to go in there. So we're just going to rough chop the curry leaves that you can buy at the Indian store. It's called curry patta as well. Some people grow it in their house. So yeah, it doesn't have to be diced finely, just a rough chop. The best part about these knives here is that you can scoop the whole thing up all at once. Okay, so you don't want to burn the leaves. You just want to make sure that the smell and the aroma comes out.
Yeah.
So you just want to keep frying it slightly on, we got it on medium to a little bit lower. And how long do you fry it for?
I want this for 5 minutes.
Keep a watch on it so you make sure you don't burn it.
Now you have 2 tablespoons of tomato paste.
2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Alright, so this is all the fun stuff. Chili powder, 1 tablespoon. This is what we used to get threatened with when we were younger, that if we said bad things, you put chili powder on your tongue. Did you ever do that?
I don't think so.
Ah, she doesn't want to say it for camera. She did it, I think. Okay, so we're adding 2 here. You can add less if it's too hot for you. Teaspoon of turmeric. This is very bitter, so be very careful. You don't want to add too much of this. So we got the tandoori powder here, 2 tablespoons. So 1 of the chicken soup cube, the bouillon cubes. You can use regular soup base as well, because this is just kind of like compact. It's a good way for it to do measurements. You can do the raw, just chicken powder as well. 2 caps of vinegar, so it's about a teaspoon each, 2 teaspoons.
Some salt. Please go slow on the salt because you've already added the soup cube into it.
It's because the soup cube is already salty.
Yeah. Cook this masala on low fire because I don't want the ingredients to get burnt.
The Mamaloo secret ingredient. This is our version of Chicken 65, so if you might not see it elsewhere, it's how we do it, and we love it. So hopefully you do as well.
Maybe 2 or 3 swirls.
Okay, so to make sure that while the masala is frying and you want it to cook all in the chicken that was already been cut here, that you score the chicken like you do any sort of barbecue. So we're gonna put slits in it. Don't go too low, but you can see that this way when you're actually frying it, that all the masala is gonna go in the chicken and fully flavor it. So just be careful, take your time with it. So grab like the meatier part and then just slice right through. Not all the way through, but that way the masala will fry evenly. I'm gonna keep doing that and then we are gonna add it to the chicken pot in just a second.
Just cook the masala for at least 5 to 10 minutes on very low fire. So you can see the oil separating from the masala, so you know that the masala is ready. And now you can throw in your chicken.
Okay, so I've scored all the chicken and like my mom said, the masala is all cooked. This is more of like a dry chicken curry. It's not like very gravy and all that. This is kind of like a really good side if you have another sort of curry, or goes still well with just rice as well. But you can see that all the chicken is scored. And then we're gonna add it to this beautiful red masala here. Oh, it smells amazing. And then make sure that you wash your chicken hands after.
I'm just going to taste a little of the masala, whether it's okay. And please cook it on low fire. So I'm tasting a bit of it. I think it needs a little more diner sauce. So I'm just putting some more diner sauce. Just have to cover the chicken till it's done. The water from the chicken will come out. So you don't have to add any masala or water. Let it cook on its own heat. Okay, I'm going to taste it again and see if it's okay. That's perfect.
Okay, so while we're tasting it, you know it's a little on the hot side for us. So make sure that initially when we added 2 chili powders, just use 1, and even if half if you need it. So it's you know, it's to your preference. So it's got a nice rich red color, and when you actually see some of the recipes online, people actually use red food coloring to really make it even brighter red and more vibrant and tasty looking. So you can do that if you want, but this is a really nice red color already, so we're not gonna add it, right, Mom?
No.
Okay, so now we're just gonna put the lid on it?
Yeah, just cover it up so it will cook in its own steam.
Okay, so we're gonna put the lid on it here. So about 4, we're gonna let it cook in its juices and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so while the chicken 65 is cooking in its own juices and steaming, I think it's time to actually reveal where Chicken 65's name actually comes from. And like I said, there's lots of different myths.
Some say it has 65 ingredients, and some say it has 65 different types of chilies put into it.
But after doing some research and seeing some other videos about it, it's because in this part of India there was a lot of different people all over India coming in this military place, and it was the canteen and they were serving a bunch of food, and a lot of them speaking different languages and everything like that. This happened to be the 65th dish on the menu. So they just would say, give me the chicken 65, and that's where the name came from. It was just the 65th menu item. So we do that when we go to McDonald's or whatever, give me number 3 or all that good stuff, but that's where chicken 65 comes from.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Alright, so there you know. But Mom, where did you learn chicken 65?
Oh, it was one of Randall's friends. We had invited them for dinner, and it was very nice on her part that instead of me cooking up a dish, she brought the food for me, and I didn't have to do anything. She said, no, you just don't relax. And she brought me this chicken 65, and I like it so much, and it was very nice of her to share the recipe, and I like to do the same with others.
Yeah, so we're a big fan of sharing recipes here. Maybe you're going to do it a little bit different, and that's okay, and that's the fun part. So that lady was kind enough to teach you, right? And we benefited from that, and it's one of our favorite dishes, my whole family. So hopefully, you know, you learn it and then you share it with your family as well. Sharing is caring.
And also another cooking tip for this dish, make it one day ahead so that all the masala and everything blends into it and the chicken gets really coated with the masala. Don't make it on the same day that you have to make it, but make it one day earlier. Yeah,
so even though it might seem like you want it nice and fresh off the pot, it's good to do that. It's not going to taste bad. But if you really, really want the flavors to really, it's like a good marinade, cook it, refrigerate it for a day, and then the next day is going to taste a lot better when you reheat it. So it's better to serve that way. And Mom, it's better to do bone-in chicken than chicken bites, but you can, I'm sure.
Anything.
Yeah, you could do it with chicken breast if you want. You don't want the bone, but honestly, the bone-in is always best. The flavor comes out of the dark meat, so it's going to be more flavorful.
Yeah, if you're cooking for the kids, it's better to cook with chicken breast, but whatever.
Whatever you like. Okay, so we're going to come back when this is all done and we're almost finished.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we're going to be back with plating very soon. The curry has been cooking. This is more of a semi-dry curry. If you'd like, you can add a bit of hot water to make a gravy, so we're going to do that. Most times we enjoy it just the way it is like this. but we're gonna add a little bit of hot water to make more of a gravy to it. Okay, and we're gonna make sure that it's mixed up nicely here. You see it's got that beautiful red color. Oh yeah, there we go. You see that? Got some more gravy. You don't want to really have it swimming because you'll lose some of the flavor to this. With some rice, still good to go. Let me taste this. That's good stuff. So we're gonna put it back on the lid. Okay, so we're back. The chicken has been cooking for about 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it and the temperature. And the chicken's cooked, it's cooked. So just check by the bone that it's not pink. And it's ready to go. So my mom's just gonna put a little bit of the coriander leaves, okay, which we finally chopped. And we're gonna do a little mixeroonie here. So look at this absolutely delicious looking thing here. If you don't like coriander, obviously, don't use it. But it really does make the finishing touch on this dish. Let's decorate our plate. Let me taste it one more time. Alright, that's it. The chicken 65 is all done. We've plated it, decorated as any way you like. We used a little bit more gravy than we normally do, but it's the way we like it. If you like it, use less gravy, add a little more water if you want more gravy. But remember, a quick reminder as to why the name is called even Chicken 65 is because in a military canteen in India, they came from all over the country and couldn't speak the same languages because India is very diverse, speaks a lot of languages. And it was the 65th item on the menu, and they would just say, I want chicken 65, I want chicken 65, and it was the most popular dish, and it exploded in popularity all over the world, and is why we're making it and sharing it with you. So I hope you guys try it. Mom, you have any parting words for these guys here in terms of trying chicken 65?
Well, I hope every one of you will try this. It's not going to take you 65 times to try it. And each time you try it, it's going to get better and better. So please enjoy your dish and put full love and...
Just love in your heart.
Yeah,
put into it, and yeah, it won't take you 65 tries, we promise. So if you like this recipe, like, subscribe, share, make sure you do that. Comment below, send us pictures so we can see how you guys did your chicken 65, and before you know it, we're gonna have another episode coming very, very soon. Yeah, let us know what you want us to make as well. So thank you again, until another episode of Cooking with Mamaloo. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, done? Ooh,